Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball HTB. Hope you're well, hope you're good. Thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate it very much. If you're new, you know what to do. But in saying that, look, this is an episode regarding the Warriors and my thoughts, or my top 5 picks anyway, for the games that we must watch. And as Warriors fans, I guess as a collective, and I suppose even as a fan outside the Warriors, games that you want to watch. So before we get into it, hit that intro. Alright guys, so as we know, the New Zealand Warriors are a team that, they're the only team that is outside of Australia, right? Technically, obviously for those of you who don't know, or do, the Warriors are based in New Zealand. Now, a lot of the time we've actually been based, either in New South Wales or Queensland, but for this year here, we're going to be spending more of our time in Queensland, the majority anyway, over at Moreton Bay, I believe, which will be the home ground for the Dolphins heading into next year. With the season here, there's much anticipation regarding basically the open borders, so to speak, and what could basically eventuate for the New Zealand Warriors heading into the latter part of the season. Now, understanding that the border controls are very tight regarding COVID in New Zealand, they're not that flexible, and because of that, obviously, there is probably a bit of uncertainty regarding that, and if the Warriors can actually go home and play in Mount Smart, which in my opinion, that's where the Warriors belong, playing in New Zealand, and even more to the fact, playing around New Zealand, hopefully. Obviously, New Zealanders have been starved of footy and all that stuff there, but I digress. I don't want to get too deep into that rabbit hole there. I'll save that for another time. But basically, I want to give you guys my 1 to 5 in my personal order of games, and basically why we should look forward to them. So without further ado, let's get into it. So yes, alright, so the first game I have is the Dragons round 1. Obviously a lot of anticipation there. A lot of us Warriors fans collectively, you've got Reece Walsh, you've got Sean Johnson. I understand that, some players won't be playing, but the point is, it's a game that we must win. It's always important to get your first game off with a win, regardless of who's playing or who's not. We have the majority of players there that should be able to get us over. In saying that, though, stranger things unfortunately have happened. But yes, with the Warriors there, obviously, again, after last year's lackluster performance against the Titans, our last game, you head into this here with a new sense of relief, a new sense of hope, and I guess more dreams. And Warriors, as fans, we collectively love to dream. We love to say this is our year, and it goes without saying, I suppose. But yes, we got the Dragons, and so we want to just make sure that things click right. Obviously, preseason and all that stuff. But the Dragons, to me personally, is number 1 game to watch this year for the Warriors, because this is where it happens. This is where it starts. Game 2 for me is the Panthers round 15. Reason why? That's right, the New Zealand Warriors should hopefully, fingers crossed, be able to actually go and play a game in Mount Smart. Obviously, we will be hosting the Penrith Panthers, who will be basically thrown into the lion's den, so to speak. You're going to have so many hungry NRL fans, Warriors fans. Obviously, a lot of them haven't done any travel to Australia, so there's that anticipation, there's that build up. It's going to be a big celebration. The Warriors have been one of those teams that unfortunately haven't been able to, as discussed previously, be able to fly between the two. But this game here, it's going to be a massive build up. It's going to be huge. It's going to be awesome. It's everything you want it to be, basically, and then some. So yes, for me personally, this game here is the boys return home. A lot of the Australian players who play for us, who have never been or touched foot in New Zealand, will be able to experience what it's like to actually go out to an absolutely ready to go crowd. And I am looking forward to that game, especially. That'll be the first game in New Zealand in over close to 3 years, I believe. It's been a while. Bring the boys home, hashtag. Alright, game 3, the Rabbitohs, round 10, Magic Round. I think this is important because one of two things. Obviously, it's that festival season. A lot of fans are going to be there, all the games in one stadium. I'll be there as well, so I'm hoping that if you're here and you're based in Queensland and you're going there, it'll be so good to catch up with you anyway. But in saying that, It's almost to a degree, not quite, but sorta, the halfway point to a degree. By that time there, you should know where the Warriors are there or thereabouts. Obviously, that's not to say that the halfway point is the be all end all, but it's always a good sort of reader or indication as to where the Warriors, or where your team is, where they should be, where they could be, all that stuff there. So round 10 for me, that's a good calendar to mark. And like I said, a magic round, baby. Cannot wait. Fans, lights, footy, action, food, good times, good memories, and I'm going to be there, and I cannot wait to see you guys there. I'll be doing my vlogs, and I think I'll do also a post-game review as well. But it'll be great to just be in the atmosphere, and you guys will catch me, and hopefully the Warriors win. Obviously, again, these games here are basically must-watch, but they're also must-wins. They all are. But in saying that, we'll carry on. Game number 4, the Storm. The Storm come to New Zealand, right? They come to Mount Smart. They come to, the Storm, we have had a very, I guess, well-documented history, so to speak. But we haven't even beaten them since 2014, and I'm getting sick of it. I absolutely despise the Storm. If you know me, if I ever need help or if I'm ever in trouble, I'll let you know that I love the Storm. As soon as I say that, bang, you should know. Get the emergency department to come help me out, basically. But, the Storm, another must-win. But this game here would have already been the second time we played them this season. So I'm hoping by then we've already got one up on them. But I'm saying that at the same time as well, the Storm, obviously quality side. And just for me, I think it's just my own little personal thing as opposed to anyone else's. We just need to beat them. So game number 4 for me. And the last game we have, the Cowboys. Who doesn't mind a good old clash with the Cowboys? Hey, look, I could have said the Broncos too. They know how to spice it up a bit also. But for me, I just love playing the Cowboys over at their stadium in Queensland. We've had a few tight, close encounters. And obviously, the last time we played them, we lost. And I really want to get that vengeance back. But yeah, for me, can't wait for that one there. And that's round 23 of that game. And in case I didn't say so before, the Storm game is round 20. But yeah, round 23 against the Cowboys. But yeah, look, I can't wait for that game too. Obviously, there's a lot of history. And on top of that as well, like I said prior, revenge game. You know what I mean? Time for us to get that W back. But much like the Storm, that would be the second time we played them as well. But in saying that, guys, that is my thoughts there. Those are my 5 must-watch games for the Warriors. And obviously, again, like I said, if you're not a Warriors fan, I still recommend you put these games down your calendar. You won't be, you won't regret it for sure. But in saying that, guys, this has been Hold the Ball. Hope you guys are well. Be safe. And we got some more content on the way. Take it easy, guys. And just remember, hold the ball. See you guys next time. Take it easy.